So you want to become a millionaire, to live a life of complete abundance, luxury and enjoyment. You want to wake up every morning in the place of your dreams, with the people that you love around you. You don't want to end up like Joe, who works for a condescending and rude boss for minimum wage. In this video, I'm going to share with you how anyone, starting from complete scratch, can make $1 million. And no, I'm not going to tell you to invest in a 401k or to invest $200 a month in the stock market to maybe one day retire with $1 million in the bank. That is, if you don't die first. And nor am I going to tell you to, heaven forbid, never spend $6 on a Starbucks latte because you could make it at home for 50 cents instead. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Fred, and I often introduce myself by saying that at only 20 years old, I've managed to build for myself a life of freedom and of abundance. The sort of life that I could only dream of when I was a kid. And if you're wondering why I'm making this video, then let me tell you that when I was younger, I stumbled upon videos on the how to make money online niche on YouTube, and they changed my life forever. Why? Because I realized that there was actually an alternative path to the path that had been pushed onto us our entire life. Think about it, your parents, your teachers, or just the people in your circle around you in general have pushed onto you your entire life a cookie cutter version of what life is going to look like for you years later down the road. And for most of us, truthfully, we've been told that we should study hard for years, sometimes even decades, depending on which career you'd want to follow, and then get a good job with a stable income. And that's basically what life is. And by all means, if this is what you want for yourself, I'm not stopping you, and I deeply respect that. After all, we can't be all entrepreneurs, so that's not what I'm pushing. However, the truth is that if you clicked on this video, you will most likely fall within one of the two following categories. 60% of you will have clicked on this video because you want to make a lot of money, maybe even become a millionaire so you can live the sort of life that you have always dreamed of, while the remaining 40% of you clicked on this video out of curiosity, and truthfully they probably won't watch this video for long anyway because they don't actually grasp, they don't realize that online business is a crazy opportunity, the best opportunity in fact to build wealth than we have ever seen in the entire history of the world. So you see, this brings me to the very first tip that will allow you to generate $1 million. The thing that you have to understand is that if you want to obtain unconditional results, meaning results that are by definition out of reach for most people, then you have to be willing to take unconventional action. If you have $1 million, then statistically speaking, you are part of the top 1%. So do you really think, honestly, that you can join the ranks of the top 1% by doing what the other 99% of people are doing? Of course not. This is why I always personally refused, even from a very young age, to take most people's financial advice. Because the truth is that they have no clue what they're talking about. You're never going to become a millionaire by blindly following the financial advice that your local hairdresser is giving you. It doesn't make any sense. So the first lesson is this. Understand that if you want to obtain unconventional results, you must be willing to take a completely different path compared to what you see most people doing. Now, the other thing that you really have to understand if you want to make $1 million or even more than that is that you should not worry about saving money, because saving money is never going to make you rich. Give me the name of one billionaire who got to where they are because they saved money. Got one? No, because no one ever became a billionaire by saving money. Even if you make, let's say, $50,000 a year and you manage to save 50% of that. And to begin with, good luck saving 50% of that, because you need to pay stuff like you need to pay bills, you need to pay food, you need to pay for gas, electricity. I mean, you need to spend money just to live. So 50% of $50,000 would be $25,000. And if you saved that much money for 50 years straight, then sure, you would make a little over $1.2 million. But that is actually never going to happen because one, you will probably at some point in your life need to spend more money than you previously thought. Like for instance, maybe you didn't anticipate this, but your car broke down all of a sudden and so now it needs repairing. Or maybe you need to get important medical care which is not covered by your insurance. And then you need to ask yourself one very important question. Do you really plan on sacrificing 50 years of your life just to make $1 million? Because let's face it, what is money really? Money is simply a tool that we use to measure exchanges in value. That's it. So saving more money just for the sake of saving money, it doesn't actually make any sense. Money is meant to be spent, invested, multiplied. However, when saving money is your main investment strategy, what you fail to realize is that no matter how much money you manage to save, it is never going to multiply by itself. And that is the key to build gigantic wealth, even at a young age. You need to multiply your money, not simply save it. And if you're like me, the goal is to make money to improve the overall quality of your life, not penny pinching your whole life just to grow a number on a bank account. Because the truth is that this number doesn't even matter in the first place. What matters is the life that you live, the experiences that you have, going on a road trip with your friends, scuba diving, driving a fast car on the highway if you're into cars like me, or simply setting goals for yourself, checking them off your to-do list one by one, and feeling incredibly proud of who you become in the process. Now, the other thing that will help you to make $1 million might surprise some of you, because it's not directly a money thing. You see, if you understand that multiplying money is the key to building great wealth, as opposed to simply saving it, then you may try to start your own business. And what happens for most of us when we are getting started in the complex world of online business is that because we don't have at the beginning enough capital to invest in employees or other people working for us, we are forced to go down the solopreneur road. When you're a solopreneur, it means that you are the only person working in your company. So you're the founder, you're the CEO, but you're also the sales rep, the copywriter, the ad manager, the customer service rep, etc. You're essentially doing everything yourself because you're not yet at the stage where you can afford to hire other people and to delegate some work. So the growth of your business is resting on your shoulders and your shoulders alone, meaning you are responsible for literally everything in your business. And this stays true no matter which stage you are in business. But this is even worse when you are a solopreneur, because if you don't show up to work one day, or you're sick one day and you don't feel like working, then the work will not get done, and that can have devastating consequences on your bottom line and on your profits. And so you see, this is why if succeeding truly matters to you, then you need to get rid of your vices. And vices can be anything like excessive alcohol consumption, and I know that this is a big one, especially for people in their 20s or in their 30s. Then there's the partying, clubbing, hookup kind of culture, and for some people, truthfully, their vice is going to be that they go to the casino a couple times a week maybe, and they lose a substantial amount of money each time they go. For others, it might be that they're completely hooked on instant gratification and they can't sit down for just an hour or two and just do the boring work without any distractions. Now the truth is actually that a lot of people worth hundreds of millions of dollars, they actually drink alcohol on a regular basis. But the thing that you have to understand is that when you have hundreds and even thousands of employees working for you, if one day you drink a bit too much, then it's not that big of a deal, because really the work is still going to get done. You've got other people doing it for you, because technically speaking, as a CEO, your job is not to get in the trenches each and every single day and to do the gruesome work by yourself. Instead, your job as a CEO is to make the right decisions and to surround yourself with the right people. People that are a lot more talented than you are, and then you harness their efforts. Think about it. Why would you do everything yourself if you can hire people that are 10 times more talented than you are at this specific thing? It would be a win-win to hire them because they would get paid handsomely and you would grow your business without having to do the gruesome work yourself. And you can ask any very successful person. And when I say very successful person, I mean somebody who's made dozens and even hundreds of millions of dollars. And yeah, you can even ask billionaires, and I can guarantee that every single one of them will tell you that they could not have achieved everything they have achieved so far without the support of their team. Now I know that for most people that are just getting started in business, most likely you're gonna have to follow the solopreneur path. Not because you necessarily want to, but because you just have to at first. That said, I invite you to hire and to delegate the work to other people who can produce work that is of higher quality than you can yourself, and who can also get the job done faster than you would as soon as you have the opportunity to do so. Now something else that can make you $1 million as well is to learn a high income skill. It could be creating and managing ad campaigns, copywriting, high level content creation, or even closing high ticket deals on the phone. What's the difference between a Burger King's employee flipping burgers all day long and a corporate lawyer? Their skill set. And that is the reason why there is such a big gap between how much money they're being paid. You can literally take anyone off the street and within a few short hours they can be making burgers for any fast food joint. However, you can't just pick somebody in a crowd and turn them into a great lawyer, especially within just a few hours. The thing that you have to realize is that the higher your skill set and the more demand and the less supply there is for the skill that you possess, the more money you'll be able to command for it. Sometimes you'll also hear me refer to the success equation, which goes as follows: hard work plus vehicle plus timing equals success. First, you need to put in the hard work, and that's just common sense. Things are not going to magically get done on their own, and especially if you are a solopreneur, because you're at the stage where you have to do everything yourself. Then there's the vehicle, and you see that is the part of the process that 99% of people completely miss simply because they don't understand it. You can spend 12 hours a day cleaning windows, flipping burgers, but that alone will never help you to build true wealth. And then there's timing. The truth is that some people are going to be able to hit their breakthrough moments faster than others. Everyone's journey is unique, so you don't want to go and to compare your own unique path to somebody else's, because believe me, that's a game that is going to leave you feeling miserable. Your time may come faster than others, or on the contrary, it might come slower than others. But what I know for certain is that if you work hard and long enough, using a vehicle that can allow you to actually make millions, you'll eventually get there. It's just a matter of time. Now you see, most people want to make more money and to live a lavish lifestyle. However, they never actually manage to obtain this sort of life that they dream of, because they simply put luxury on a pedestal. And whenever you put something on a pedestal, you signal to your brain that you actually don't deserve it. And you will see that if this is what you tell yourself, even if you're not consciously aware of it, then you will never be able to attract true wealth and abundance into your life. So expose yourself to wealth and luxury. And by that, I don't mean go and look at pictures of supercars or vacations on Instagram. That's not what I mean. I mean go to the affluent areas in your city, near where you live, and see wealthy people going about their life. You can even get a coffee at a 5-star hotel, because when you don't expose to what wealth and luxury actually looks like, it kind of stays this sort of fantasy in your head that is inaccessible. And so because you put it on the pedestal, it becomes unattainable. And fair enough, the first time that you see a supercar, you might be very impressed. Or the first time that you walk into a 5-star 5-star hotel, you might feel quite intimidated by all the luxury, the wealth, the opulence that you see around you. However, the more you expose yourself to luxury and wealth, the more you realize that there is a lot of abundance to go around in this world. So why couldn't you get a piece of the pie? Now I need to warn you, because you will never be able to make $1 million without first mastering the key ingredient that I am about to share with you. Because you see, the reason why most people think that they're not successful and that they're not where they want to be in life just yet is because they lack time, knowledge, or energy. When in reality, what they lack is the ability to focus. The best tip that I can probably give you if you want to make $1 million is to pick one thing and then you stick with that one thing until you get what you want. You don't give up before you get what you want, because I can guarantee that if you start a dropshipping store and at the same time you start a YouTube channel, a podcast, and you also try this new side hustle that you've seen online, I can guarantee that the only result you're going to get is frustration and wasted time. If you want to succeed at one thing, you need to channel all of your energy into it. Think about it. Do you really think that Michael Jordan would be that good and that popular if he was trying to compete in 10 different sports at the same time? Obviously not. So you see, that is the power of focus. So earlier we talked about the success equation, which is hard work plus vehicle plus timing equals success. If you want to make $1 million or even more, you need to pick the right vehicle, because you could be working hard, but if you have the wrong vehicle, then it doesn't matter if you work super hard or if you persevere, because you will never reach success. And the best vehicle that will allow you to make millions of dollars is to start an online business. Because what you've got to understand when it comes to vehicles is that some opportunities will allow you to make millions of dollars, while others, no matter how hard you work, no matter how much effort you put into things, they will never allow you to make more than 5 figures per year. Now I'm not going to go too in-depth in this video. However, I have recorded a free video in which I go over the most popular online business models and I analyze each and every single one of them to find out which one is the best. If you're interested, the link is in the description below. With that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below and I will see you in the next one.